Ես ու աղջիկս հասանք Amish Village եւ մենք թուր ենք վերցնելու մեզ ժամուկես տեսնենք որտեղ մեզի կտանի թուրը. So far so good. It's beautiful, relaxing. Ինչ աղջի ջան, դոկտորն եկել Ամիշտյան, ուզում ես տեմ եկիչ գործես? Լավ աղը։ You are done with the country? Հերես, իքեզի հիշացնում է hands well, Harrogate.
Things on how to control a horse. So when you get a horse and buggy, you know how to do it. Okay? There's no minimum age for horse and buggy, by the way. There's no licensing out in the field right now with these animals. Okay. Another clue I would have here, obviously you don't see any cars. That may be a clue. Another thing, there's no electric wires.
Only emergency, do they use those, or do they actually do preventative care? Or do they have a lot of...
I just want to tell you quickly here, Amish property on both sides. Look on the are white or some other color, probably going to be not Amish. Okay. By the way, property on the right there, beautiful plantings. So we're called English. Why? When the Amish started out in Switzerland hundreds of years ago, they were being arrested, thrown in jail, burned alive at the stake. Thousands of Amish were burned like witches. Like Maryland and even India and all over the place, right? Argentina, talk. And so you have more important things to do than talk on the phone. Here's some cute Amish cows over here. Please get that. Hi guys.
Hello.
A chain or a rope around their neck.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. You have to we'll ask them to stop there later. later. They all, I really didn't notice, they all have mud. I don't think it's typical, but that group did there for some reason. But certainly they have tags in their ears, you know, to label who they are. Okay, more cows on the left. Okay, by the way, there's a brown cow on the right. You know what the brown cows are for? Brown cows? Do you know that? Okay, it's called alfalfa, and that's food for the animals. Then what they do is they'll cut that down, they'll let it dry out, they bundle it up into a hay bale, and that's a major source of food for the animals. If you look on the right, there you see some tobacco hanging up. So that's a tobacco type barn right there. So that's going to hang up there until early December. And if you look on the right next to it, as you see on the ground there, those are the tobacco plants. With all the 8 grades right there. And in fact, the property we stop at, you'll see some young kids there. And this is their school they go to. But he asked him about his foot, how he's doing. Well, he kept going to the doctor. They were doing some natural herbs and things like that. And eventually, they came up with a diagnosis. And he wrote it down and spelled it out for me. I'd never heard of this thing. So I went on the internet like everybody else does. You see the solar panels don't use electricity, but they use solar power. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
For the clues here, on the right, look at all the clues. You have all these vehicles, you have electricity, you got the flag flying here again, you know, in contrast to what you're going to see on the left. Now you might see an electric wire going there. Sometimes what happens is Amish, they will buy a home that used to be inked and pull out the electric wiring. It's not just to cut the main wire. Okay, so what's the problem with electricity? If you'd like to have a question about that kind of thing, you can talk to Linda. She's, well, take a look on the right there quickly. There you see young Amish guy there working with his animals. So again, they're not allowed to use tractors, but they're using mules there to pull the farm equipment. So why can't you use tractors, the solar power, to charge a car battery, which is then attached to a fan? You see them hanging up on the farm. And look on the left there, you see there's bales of hay right there. So the alfalfa, the grass they're growing, like rye, wheat, alfalfa, wheat, not weed, wheat, called a tobacco barn. So you see how they popped open the sides. It'll be like this for the next couple of months. Then that's letting the tobacco dry out. And then in early December, typically they'll have the tobacco companies will be here to buy the tobacco. Okay, so walking steps per day. Yep. So typically a lot of fatty stuff. They love dessert soups right there to get it ready.